Hello and welcome to a brand new video and a brand new game. Yes, after months of you all telling me, why haven't you got Planet Coaster yet? We should play Planet Coaster. Fine, I got Planet Coaster and I'm playing Planet Coaster, and I have to say, I've been playing it now for a few days, and is it any good? Well, to be honest, I'd have to say it's absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it. And yeah, it's just really, really, really cool. So let's get straight in there. This is a park I've been working on for the past few days. I bought the game on, I think it was Wednesday. It's now Friday. No, it was Tuesday. Now it's Friday. So for the past 3 days, I've been playing this game. And I've probably put in about 10, maybe 15 hours of gameplay. Yeah, it's that addictive. And yeah, I mean, it's just brilliant. I'm loving it. But I have to say off the bat, because I've been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon World for about 3 months now, and I've put 140 hours into that game. And so I still like Roller Coaster Tycoon World. Roller Coaster Tycoon World is a brilliant game. I have loved playing it, and I'm not going to be one of these people that go, one's better than the other, and this is why. Because I actually own both, I've played both, I like both. And yeah, there's nothing else to say really. Most of the people I've noticed that have been commenting on how good this is compared to Roller Coaster Tycoon World don't even own either game, and that for me is just ridiculous. I own both games. I've put a lot of hours into both games. I can tell you now, both games are brilliant, and both games are very different, which is surprising actually, because I was expecting them to be very similar, but they're not. They're similar genres, yes, but they both have different things to them. Yeah, this is I'm building. I wanted to build the Colossus of Rhodes here, but this is obviously in my first hour of playing this game. Didn't really know what I was doing, so I just went for a huge Colossus icon in the centre of my park, which actually I don't hate. It looks a bit like modern art. It looks kind of cool. I like it, and yeah, so. Although it's nothing like the Colossus of Rhodes, and instead of actually going under his feet, you're actually going through his crotch. I don't care. It's mine. It's the first thing I did, and I still quite like it. And I used sandstone textures to put a bit of toga on him, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the first thing I've done, so I quite like it. And if you don't, tough. But yeah, just to show you how easy. I mean, this took me minutes to do. If I'd have spent a lot of time on it, and putting different things into, because there's a chiseling effect you can do. So I could have put features on the face and everything. But to be honest, I just wanted to play the game. I wanted to get in there, and so this was just I had this idea to do a Colossus, did it, and now he's there. I quite like him. My only complaint with him is that he's a bit too big. And so when I'm trying to get shots of him in the background, well, you'll see once other things get put in. It's actually difficult to get a long shot with him in as well because he's so big. But you know what? Hey, it's a game, and I enjoyed making it, and I enjoy having him in my park. So there's my Colossus, and that's what I've called the park. I haven't actually named the park, and so if you can come up with an idea for the name of this park once you've seen it, please let me know. As I've said, I've put about 10-15 hours into this game, so I've already made and I've recorded most of what I've done. So there's already a hefty chunk of footage I'm going to go through and cut down into time-lapse videos. Yeah, so piece by piece, this is something that Roller Coaster World doesn't have, and I was obviously looking forward to using it, so wanted to know how easy it was to use. I didn't read any instructions. The only thing I saw was this brilliant short video from Planet Coaster, which taught me how to rotate objects, which is what I needed because I couldn't figure it out on my own. I'll try and find the video and link it into the description. And yeah, so I've been watching loads of different creators on YouTube making these amazing structures with this game, and it just looks, they look fantastic. And my favourite is Silverrat. My favourite because he just, I don't know what he does. He just makes these incredible things by putting different objects together, and I've been watching him now for a few months, and I have to say he is just amazing at what he does. But I also thought, could anybody do what he does? Or is he just because I know from looking at his other videos, he's had a lot of time working with Roller Coaster Tycoon Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and he's entered competitions and won with his creations. So maybe him and the few others that have been creating these amazing things on YouTube, maybe they're in the minority, and when it actually comes to us ordinary folk trying to build something, we won't be able to because we're not that good. But actually, I mean, this is the first thing I've done. I didn't read any instructions. I just went into it, didn't know where any of the items were, just picked out things. Sandstone, yeah, I'll have some of that, blah, 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 blah. And this is the first thing I made. And you can see, even though it's in time-lapse, you can see how easy it is. You can see I'm not deleting everything, starting again, deleting everything, starting again. And it's just the thought behind this and the design of this is so user-friendly that I believe anyone of any age can pick this up. Well, maybe not a toddler, but anyone of any age can pick this up and play this game and be happy with their results. And that's the magic of this game. That's why it's so good, because anyone can. It doesn't. If you're the most creative person in the world, it means that you can expand on your creativity and actually, really put a lot of time and effort into making something that's absolutely beautiful. But if you're not the most creative person in the world, you can still pick this up and play and still make pretty decent objects. I mean, I wouldn't say I've never really built anything properly before. I mean, there's UGC in Roller Coaster Tycoon World, but it's not piece by piece builder, and until Roller Coaster gets that, then we won't be able to make things properly, like we can in this. And so this is me never having really done this before, and just looking at it going, wow, that's actually really cool. That's an original design I've made with the pieces in there really quickly, and it looks cool. And the other good thing about this is, whatever you make, you can select any small piece, or you can select the entire building that you've made, and you can click on copy, and it just copies it. So say you've done like a bay window or something on one of them, and you want to continue that down a row of buildings, you just select the bay window, copy it, and then paste it wherever you want it. And that is cool. And you can pick any small object or the entire object up and move it and edit it and do whatever you want with it. So everything is fully manipulable. And it's actually really cool. So this is, I wanted to make a Main Street, and I have to say my inspiration here, it was Silverrat, because I have watched many of his videos and just thought, wow, I wish I could do that. And so I wanted to, create. I haven't copied anything that he's done, obviously. Everything's original. But I wanted to make I'm saying that. I mean, I always make Main Streets anyway. If you've seen any Roller Coaster Tycoon World videos, you'll notice I always put Main Street in. But I haven't been able to do the buildings before because that's not been an option. So look at that. So you basically place it first, then I copy it, and then you got a second one, and then just pop it in the other side, and that's it. You've got two huge buildings, identical on either side, and then you can just personalize them. So one I've made into a Chief Beef, which is a food shop. And so you've got loads of different signs in there. You can either put the shop in before you start building. You can put the shop in after you've finished building. It's just I love these air conditioning units. I mean, the attention to detail. Even though it's this game, I have to keep saying this game is not released for it's another 5 months now because we're in July. It's not released till December. So we still have another 5.5 months until the release of the game comes out, and already you can do so much. And there's only 4 shops, and I don't know exactly. There's probably about 10 or 12 rides, and then there's a good selection of roller coasters, and one theming, pirate. So it's pretty basic in what you get, but the stuff that you can do with this game is so incredible. You can just do anything you want, really. And, if you've watched any, I'm going to talk about him again. My goodness, it's like I've got a bloody man crush on Silverrat. If you've seen any of his videos, though, you'll know that, he can make whatever he's got here, whatever basic tools you think we have here, because this is scenery you're looking at here. That's all we've got. That's the only trees and rocks you have. But watching his stuff, I mean, he's just made an elven village. And, and you watch his videos. I was watching one last night, and I was thinking, oh my goodness. I mean, I just spent 15 hours on this game thinking I'm really good now. Oh, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then I watched that and go, oh, nah, still shit. So, yeah, I'd like to get to his standard, obviously. But it does take a lot of time and a lot of patience. And the thing is, you also need to know the game. And it's all very well saying that you can come into this game and build. You can, that is true, and I'm proving it right now. This is me as a novice doing this. But to get up to Silverrat standard, you need to know exactly what you're doing, how to manipulate the objects. It took me until at least 7 or 8 hours into this game to actually know how exactly to manipulate everything. And, that's a lot of time where you need to invest. And for me, it's worth it because even though this park isn't finished, I'm not going to spoil where this is all going, but there's some amazing things coming, and I've blown myself away with me doing it. But obviously, it's not just me; it's the game, and it's the game allowing me to expand my creativity. I also have to say as well, I had no plan for this park. I got the game and just couldn't wait to play it, and so dove straight in. I had no plan. I had no idea what I was doing. I made it up as I went along, and it shows in some places, but in others, I think it works really well. I mean, some of my buildings I will go back and change completely in the case of 2 of them because I absolutely hate them. But I was just practicing. I was just, seeing how it was going. And I wanted to share these initial videos with you to show you that anyone can pick up this game and play. And I have no doubt that the more I play this game, the better I'll get. I mean, it's only been 3-4 days. So yeah, but it's not easy. I have to say that as well. It's not easy to get good. I know that's terrible English, but it's not. I mean, you've seen my Colossus in the center. It's very basic, and I've seen other people that have created the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin, and obviously there's Mount Rushmore as one of the parks. If you've seen that. There's just some incredible designs in this game. And it's true, you can do anything, but it's like anything, you have to learn it. It's like learning a new profession. And if you don't have patience, I suppose that doesn't matter. I mean, you don't really need patience. If you just want to play a fantastic theme park game where you can actually build anything, then it doesn't matter if you've got patience or not, because you can actually do that in relatively quick time. This entire video, I've time-lapsed it down to just over 20 minutes. But the entire video was, I think, an hour and 10. So in an hour and 10 minutes, this is how much I get done. So you'll see at the end of this video how much I get done. And bear in mind, that's, the buildings, I've just created 2 buildings and duplicated one of them. I've just put a ride in there and the paths in and the Colossus in the middle. And, we've still got, what are we on, 13 minutes. We've still got another 7 or 8 minutes, 7 minutes left. And, yeah, it's quick. Oh, okay, so this first roller coaster I'm so not happy with. I've done another 2 since this. And yeah, it was my first roller coaster. I didn't really know how to use the roller coaster tool, and it's very different to Roller Coaster Tycoon World. I actually do prefer Roller Coaster Tycoon World's Roller Coaster Builder because that you can just drag and it just it's more intuitive. But saying that, I do feel you have more control over the single pieces by being forced to do it this way. I just wish it was a bit more user friendly. But like I say, it's still in alpha, and I have no doubt that all this will change and it will all improve as we go along. But I've still enjoyed making the roller coasters. This one's just a small one. I didn't really know what it was doing. Amazingly, the peeps seem to like it and it works, so that's always nice. But yeah, it just for me it's just I don't know. It's just a bit of a mismatch. It doesn't really work. It's quite boring. Um, and so I probably will go ahead and delete this at some point, and yeah, or I don't know. I mean, I've built a building for it now as well, but I hate the building as well. So, but you'll see as we go along. Um, yeah, I've really wanted to get. I mean, like I keep saying, this was my practice park, and it's actually turned out to be something quite epic. But yeah, I wanted to just tinker with everything, play about with everything, in the understanding that if I didn't like it, I can always delete it. And I'm still in that mind frame now, even though I've built some incredible things in this park. I'm still of the mind frame. If it doesn't work, then get rid and do it again, because it doesn't take long to do it anyway. So yeah, you'll notice that there are no preset um, shelters for the roller coasters. That's because you can make your own. And I didn't really understand how to do that at first. But which is why the building that I've made for this one, I don't think I make it. Oh no, I do. Okay, I didn't think I made it in this video. But yeah, so once you've placed it, then it gives you an area around that you can do. And so I was like, oh, brilliant! I can make my own shelter. So I've made the most boring shelter in the world, and yeah, I will be. I think I will get rid of this one. I don't think I can make it better. I do have a play around with it later, but it's still not very good. But yeah, I mean, even still, this, you get to make your own. Basically, you get to make everything in this game, and you can do whatever you want. And the only thing that stops you doing anything is your own creativity. It's pretty ingenious how it all works, and and sometimes it doesn't work. There are some. I have some minor complaints with this game. The main one being the zoom in and out. More than 5 or 6 occasions, I have zoomed out with using the mouse wheel, and it zoomed me so far out the park that I actually can't get back into the park. I don't think we need to have that zoom feature so it takes us out of the park. We don't need to go that far. Just on the outer rim so we can actually see the whole park would be enough. But yeah, it's flung me over to fields far, far away, and I've not been able to get back. And sometimes I can see it in the distance, and I still can't get back. But what you have to do is just save the game, reopen it, and then you can get back into it. Amazingly, the game has crashed only once. It only crashed once, and I was not crying, but I was upset and angry. But this game has autosave, which Rollercoaster doesn't. I don't know why they don't have autosave. I mean, it's obviously that's something that they really should have, and but they don't have it. So the amount of parks I've lost to the Rollercoaster Second World because of that. But this does have it, which is cool, and it meant that I'd lost nothing, which is good because I think that video was about 2 hours long. I'd been working on it. Yeah, it has autosave, which is great, so anything you do will be saved. But yeah, this is the shelter. Look at that. I mean, that really is. Oh, it's just crap. It really is just crap, isn't it? But it's first shelter. I'd never done anything like that before. And you can't really make it better, Terry. It's not going to work, is it? I mean, I think I put a floor into it as well. I might not do. I can't remember now. It's been at least 3 days. Oh, we get to see the roller coaster. I should have taken this out time lapse. Well, it's a crap roller coaster anyway. That's it. Yeah, it's too short. It doesn't. I mean, it runs, it works, it doesn't crash, and all that jazz. But yeah, it's just a big poo. Yeah, so that was my first day on Rollercoaster Tycoon World. Oh no. Strike that. That was my first. That's because of 3 months of Rollercoaster Tycoon World. That was my first day on Planet Coaster, and it is brilliant. It is a really good game. I love the fact you can make whatever you want. You can build whatever you want. You can, just sit down, relax, and just let the game, go for it, really. And it's beautifully designed. The graphics are amazing. Um, yeah, and all in all, it's a pretty decent game that I would recommend. So yeah, so I will see you all in part two, which I will edit straight after this, and yeah, I'll show you the rest of the park and how it all progresses. But yeah, until then, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye.